Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome students, family, friends, and the community to the Winchester High School Class of 2020 graduation ceremony. The 2020 school year has been historic, and no one ever thought we would be hosting a graduation ceremony in this manner. When students left the buildings on that Friday the 13th in March, they never expected that would be the last day of walking the halls, visiting with teachers, or hanging out with their friends. This is now their reality. However, the class of 2020 is a resilient group. They will persevere through the chaos and will develop into the leaders of the future. While this ceremony may not be the one we all envisioned, it is with great excitement and enthusiasm that we are all here tonight to honor all of your hard work and achievements. At this time, I would like to introduce Winchester High School Principal, Mr. Denny Vortman.
Good evening and welcome to Winchester Community Schools virtual graduation for the class of 2020. It is my pleasure to welcome you and extend my congratulations to all of our Winchester High School graduates. I would also like to welcome, acknowledge, and thank all the parents, family members, and teachers joining us in our ceremony. You've had one of the most important jobs in shaping our students' lives. Thank you for all the support and guidance you've given and continue to give our students. This is just as much your celebration as it is theirs. As we move forward in our program, we have 5 graduates that have prepared some words of thanks. First, thanking the faculty and staff, Ms. Whitney Coons.
I would first like to start off by thanking all past and present principals, office staff, teachers, and all other staff members employed by the school. Thinking back, I'm not sure how many of you put up with our class. The class of 2020 has been impacted by so many amazing teachers and staff members, it is tough to thank each and every one of them individually. From our kindergarten teachers, Mrs. Weeder and Mrs. Bartlett, to our senior sponsors, Mr. Seesing, Mr. Maynor, and Mrs. Barnett, we appreciate you and will always remember our times cherished together. In grade school, many of us never thought these days would come. As far as we knew, our only worries were deciding which shoes we wanted to wear for PE, or whether or not our friends were eating hot or cold lunch that day. As a class, we have all faced many challenges along the way together. One of the first challenges that comes to mind was when we had to learn fractions in 5th grade with Mr. Monroe. After 3 months of being on the same math lesson, I think Mr. Monroe was ready to quit teaching students and maybe try teaching cats or dogs fractions because he may have a few more hairs left and a lot more patience. On challenging days, we were always reminded of the good. Learning to play pillow polo with Mrs. Eisenhower while the boys played frisbee with Mr. Smith was always fun. One of the most memorable events that the WGS staff put on every year was field day. It saddens me and my classmates that there was no field day this year for the grade school kids to play. There was nothing better than getting sweaty and attempting to chug a popsicle so you could participate in the next game. Teachers have constantly gone above and beyond for our class. For example, when Mrs. Moran Cortez and Miss Killebrew were so excited that the seniors won Powder Puff that they were found cheering and celebrating for us on the roof of the high school. Many students do not realize that their teachers are some of the most influential people in their lives. I hope that everyone learns to be easygoing like Mr. Vortman, determined like Mrs. Miller, creative like Mr. Walters, and of course soft-spoken like Miss Schofield. The class of 2020 has had amazing educators along their side. On behalf of my peers and I, we would like to thank every past and present Winchester staff member. We have been truly blessed growing up with teachers who care so much about us. Here is the 13 grades spent with the best educators and staff members around.
Thank you, Whitney. Next, we have Ms. Sam Ayala and Ms. Bailey Mason thanking parents and family members.
First, I would like to start off by saying, wow, what a journey. We finally made it to our high school graduation, that moment that we have all been waiting for the past 4 years. Though it may not be the way we envisioned it taking place just a few months ago, this is a moment we will cherish forever. I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here today. Without you, none of this would have been possible. To all of our parents and families, thank you. Thank you for supporting us through our many ups and downs, through grade school and through high school. Whether it was cheering us on at sporting events or simply giving us reassurance that one bad grade wasn't the end of the world, the amount of support you have given us has been incredible and we truly appreciate it.
Thank you for encouraging us to do what we love most, even at such a young age. Throughout all these years, we have been blessed to have such an amazing encouraging support system. As we end this chapter of our lives, you are still encouraging us to do what we want, whether that is joining the armed forces, attending a trade school, or even going to college. We cannot thank each and every one of you enough for giving us the strength to finish out high school. For all of those long nights working on papers, or even doing that impossible math homework, especially when you have to get up early the next morning as well. Thank you for pushing us to become the people we are today. To my classmates, we have been through it all together. We have supported each other throughout some of our worst and cheered each other on during our best times. Thank you guys for being the best classmates to experience all the firsts with. Just as we were beginning to experience what every senior class should get to do, unfortunately, our senior year was cut short in the blink of an eye. As we begin this next chapter of our lives, I'm hoping that we will continue to support one another every step of the way. Remember, the sky's the limit, especially when you have some of the best people behind you cheering you on. We will forever be your class of 2020.
Thank you, Sam and Bailey. Next, we have Miss Millie Lashmet thanking our community members.
Hi, my name is Millie Lashmet, and today I'm here to thank our community. I think it is safe to say there's something special about the Winchester community, and I know the class of 2020 will be forever grateful to have grown up here. While everyone has their own favorite memory, my personal favorite was when our Key Club established the annual Christmas parade. This was the moment for me when the community truly came together to support something truly special and magical. I had the honor of being the chairman for this event, and I can't say thank you enough to everyone who made this event successful. Another great example of our supportive community is through sporting events. This past year, watching our boys basketball team push further and further to the state title was accompanied by an even bigger and prouder community of supporters following the team. It was always jaw-dropping to see the amount of community members that would travel near and far to support our boys to the end. Thank you for that. And these are just a few examples of how our community is like no other. While the class of 2020 has had a difficult end to their senior year, our community has never faded in support or in efforts to make us feel special or recognized. From picture contests to local businesses giving away gifts and so many other ideas, I am so thankful to have grown up in Winchester and to be surrounded by this community, especially during this time. We cannot say thank you enough for all you have done for our class. There's no doubt that in every challenge we have faced, in every future endeavor we tackle, our community will be behind us, supporting us through it all. From the class of 2020, I say thank you for your support you have shown us the past 18 years. We are extremely blessed and thankful to have you in our corners. Thank you, community members from the class of 2020.
Thank you, Millie. And finally, Mr. Cole Howard with his tribute to the class of 2020.
Friends, family, classmates. These are all words that I would use to describe the members of my class. We may not always get along or see eye to eye about everything, but when it comes down to it, we have each other's backs. They are the relationships that started for most of us on the first day of kindergarten and have grown constantly since. We have honestly been very lucky to have a class as well-rounded as ours. I count it as a blessing to call myself part of the class of 2020. We always said that there was something special about the year we would graduate, but we never knew that it was a pandemic that would take our whole senior year to a screeching halt. None of us could have known that the last Thursday we had school was the last time we'd get to be in a classroom with our teachers and, most importantly, our friends and peers. It has definitely been hard to understand that there are so many things we won't be able to do ever again. There seems to be one thing that I've learned in this trying year of 2020, and that comes from a very young but wise man, Cody Walston, who said, "Live every day like it's your last, because you never know when your day will truly be." We didn't know that our senior year was going to end so abruptly, but I believe as a whole we have no regrets and wouldn't change anything about the people we've spent the majority of our lives with. We've made memories that will never leave us and friends that will always be just a phone call away. No matter what happens to all of us, we all have the same roots, and that makes us family. I wouldn't want to have spent the last 13 years with anyone but you guys. I wish the best for all of you and can't wait to see you all succeed. Thank you.
Thank you to the 5 of you for those kind words to the individuals that have supported you throughout the years. To the class of 2020, thank you. I have been very fortunate to watch you grow over the last 4 years into the young men and women you have become. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for giving your time to lead many school and community service projects designed to give back to those who give so much to us. You have been a huge part in community and school cleanup projects, helped with several grade school PAT events, and continued to be a driving force behind the newly established Winchester Key Club. You have selflessly given back in so many different forms, and I thank you for that. Also, thank you for sharing your many talents with us. In the classroom and out, I've been able to watch your talents on display at sporting events, band and choir concerts, FFA contests, and play productions. We celebrated the success of Illinois State Scholars, IHSA All-Academic nominees, National Honor Society members, several FFA State Degree Award winners, numerous WIVC All-Academic and All-Conference winners, and an All-State basketball player. What a ride, and I'm happy you've allowed us to be a part of it. I know this year didn't end as we all hoped it would. I can honestly say I've never experienced a May in my educational career where the majority of the students would rather have been in school than out. It's funny how life can make you slow down, take a step back when you least expect it. I can tell you in the past couple of months, instead of putting my head down and trying to push through the last couple of weeks of the school year, I would have traded almost anything to have our empty hallways filled back up with students slamming their locker doors, listening to you laugh and talk about your weekends, watching you perform at spring games and performances, and having fun with you along the way. I'm going to miss Kaylee, Whitney, and Bailey. Thank you for taking a freshman under your wings and making sure he's taken care of during the school year. That meant so much to him, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to miss my office aides, or as they like to call themselves, the vice principals, Millie and Haley. What would I have done without the two of you? I'm going to miss Cole and Gabe's dominating performances on the basketball court, Will and Adam and their willingness to help out whenever a need was on campus. On a lighter side, I'm going to miss Jack and our hallway discussions about who had the better beard game at Winchester High School. I'm going to miss Hannah's play performances, but also her weekly reminders of how cool it would be to have a taco bar in the cafeteria. I'm going to miss my favorite student from Bluffs, senior student from Bluffs, Keenan. What's not to miss and love about Mr. Clevenger? I'm going to miss reminding Kyle that I give free haircuts after school. And I'm going to miss Carson's endless pursuit of the WHIS tardy record. But most importantly, I'm going to miss a great group of seniors that were respectful, hardworking, and loved to have fun along the way. To the class of 2020, I would like to congratulate you. Thank you for having fun, sharing your many memories, your talents, and your success stories. I wish each of you the best of luck moving forward, and may you find happiness in whatever it is you choose to pursue. The administration and faculty of Winchester High School do hereby publicly announce that all the members of the class of 2020 receiving diplomas have completed their course of study, and by doing so have met all the graduation requirements of the state of Illinois and Winchester Community Unit District Number 1. Having met these requirements, each of the students has earned the right to be awarded a diploma. As principal of Winchester High School, I present the class of 2020 for presentations of diplomas. John Paul Albers. Laurel Brianne Albers. Samantha Cheyenne Ayala. Kaylee Madison Brim. Sean Leighton Brown. Keenan Andrew Clevenger. Blaine Austin Colvin Moore. Hunter Riggs Coltis. Gabriel Benjamin Cox. Haley Erica Daniel. Alexandria Ardeen Lavon Davidson. Eli David Albers Evans. Rachel Marie Evans. Ryan Scott Frost. Jaden Daniel Hedinger. Caden Andrew Holmes. Isabella Renee Hoots. Cole Aaron Howard. Julie Faith Kesterson. Whitney Elizabeth Coons. Amelia May Lashmet. Shaylee Wren Lamalino. Bailey Lynn Mason. William Michael McDade. Rhiannon Christine Neff. Adam James Ratliff. Hayden Foster Shull. Carson Grant Smith. Hannah Robin Smith. Jacob Meyer Spencer. Janessa Marie Stice. Brandon Michael Strohecker. Kyle Matthew Sutton. Melanie Faye Trussler. Sierra Elizabeth Eileen Turner. Clint Ryan Wade. Kaylee Christine Wicker.
Now, as your class president, it is my honor to instruct you to turn your tassels from left to right. Congratulations.